Good morning, my people. What's up, world? It is Friday, November 22nd, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with him all things is possible. This No Duck Zone episode is sponsored by Matchbout. Follow Matchbout Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matchbout, the best sponsorship in the land. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's feeling blessed today. Hope everybody's feeling appreciated. I hope everybody's feeling thankful for seeing another day and knowing with him all things is possible. Happy Friday, y'all. My good people. How is everybody feeling, man? Oh, man. Weather's nasty outside, but it's necessary. Why? Because it keeps these idiots in the house. So nobody just likes to be outside in the rain. So thank God for the rain. That means the neighborhood will be quiet today as it should be. Um, Thanks for everybody joining me yesterday for the Friends and Fathers Thanksgiving event. I apologize because I didn't get to do the event like I wanted to do it, and I should have. I was so in the mix of talking to them. Uh, as you could hear, some of the conversations we were having, me talking to them, it was definitely necessary to have. I want y'all to remember something before I start the show. I'm always going to be a man of my word, and I'm going to stand by what I believe, and I don't give a shit who can relate to that or not, because I'm not here to make you a believer. But you better believe this. Um, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down, whatever it is that I'm saying, and I could care less how any of you feel, because you don't put a roof over my head, you don't put food in my mouth, you don't clothe me. So, and this is called the No Duck Zone. So when I say something, that's what I mean. See, whatever you name your podcast has gotta, and whatever your topics is, it's gotta match up with what comes out of your mouth. That's what we do over here. If people can't take that or understand that, then I suggest they go somewhere else. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? Um, Shouts to all my amateurs who are fighting this week. Tomorrow is going down at Gleason's boxing gym. Shouts to everybody who's going out there to do their thing. I won't be there for tomorrow. I just found out about another amateur show too in Newark, New Jersey. I might pop up for that one. That one seems to be a little early, and it might be a little easier for me to get to that. I'll give y'all more details on it because I might be there for it. So you might see me live in Newark, New Jersey tomorrow. I'll let you guys know exactly on what I'm going to do. I don't know exactly just yet of what I'm going to do, but I'll let you guys know. But today we are. Hold on. Also, to everybody who's traveling this morning, please get to where y'all going safe. School, work, wherever it is, get to where you're going safe. Today, we are talking about something a little interesting that I'm sure a few people can relate to that makes the show kind of fun. You know me, I always make it fun. I usually would do boxing today, but not interested. Like I said, with the amateurs, yeah. Um, First time drinkers, what happened from the first time you took your sip? We're going to get this is going to be interesting. So let's get into it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Yeah, Spark, what up? What's going on? Um, I'll take. I want to go back to probably. I want to go back to 2005. I would say 2005, early 2006. Um, I was never a drinker, right? I started off a smoker. Time I was probably like 16. So that's all I knew to do, right? Smoke. Um, and I remember being in Alabama, and I was with my pops, my brother, and my ex girl at the time. I wasn't living in Mobile. I was living in a different part of Alabama. We came down to visit him, and we was somewhere partying, and she was drinking. Mind you, she's like 3 years younger than me at the time. She could take the drinks. Me, I didn't take it too well. Anyway, we were partying. We were having a great time. We was enjoying it. I think I just happened to go over my limit. I don't even remember if I really ate that day. I don't even think it mattered. Like I said, I'm not a drinker. I wasn't at this time. I wasn't a drinker, and I remember I think asking my father for the keys to the car because I felt it. We all feel that. Even now, we'll get that feeling if we go over our limit. But at least we know, okay, either I stop or I suffer the consequences. And smash that like button too, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. I mean, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it goes down. That no Doug's Zone podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Um, I asked for the keys to the car, and after getting in the car, it wasn't even that long. Here it come. It happens all over the car. I was so out of it, and I was knocked out. Like even after doing it, somebody outside I guess, went back in the club and told my father, "Hey, he's outside. You might want to go check on him." And man, when I mean I was out of it, and that was probably my introduction to I don't want to say to drinking because even after that, I didn't go hard like that. I still was a smoker. I still was smoking. But wasn't until a couple of years later where drinking really got crazy with me because of what I was going through mentally. Mentally, I was going through some stuff. And I've had some days where I've drunk and it has got crazy. When I mean it has have got crazy, like you can only imagine. And yeah, but that was the first time. And I think at the time I was like 22. I was about 22 or 23. This is even before I had my kids. It's probably like, like a year or two before I had them. But we all live and learn from it. At least some of us do. But it was crazy because when I remember getting to my father's house and thinking it was over, but it wasn't over, for me. So it was just crazy. I spent the time down there, but my ex at the time, she held me down um through all that because it was nasty for me, man. It was nasty for me, but I got through it. I'll sit back sometime now and I laugh at it and I go, yo, you were the worst. It's just it was just a bad experience for me. But I don't know why what made me even want to continue to do it, period. Because sometimes drinking, man, It's a mother sometime, boy. And one thing smoking won't do, smoking won't, have you to a point where you're like, oh my God, I'm sick. Because I've done it. But when you are drinking, uh, that it gives a different type of vibe to it, where you just don't want to do anything. But like I said, I went on years after that. When my drinking got heavy, I think because the problems in my life got heavy and they start to take away on you. And then you know how it is. We start looking for stuff to run to try to ease the pain. And what we don't realize is that even after all that drinking, the problem is still there. It doesn't go anywhere. And I think we really try to use that to forget, or just for a second. I don't think we all try to make it go away. I think just for a second, you want a peace of mind. You want a peace of mind. You want to be able to go, okay, let me just take a second to think about what happened and how did I get into the situation. And sometimes you drink and you just go over your limit. But for my first timers, or everybody who's ever drunk for the first time, what happened? It's the question of the day. What happened and what led you to doing it? Somebody that just wanted to try it out for the first time, whatever. Some, they went through something dramatic. Um, Something terrorized them, whatever it is that you want to call it. What happened? Some of us have funny stories to tell about why we started drinking or how it happened. Some of us got nightmares. I lost my house, I lost my kids, my mother, my father, my job. There's different things that can push you into that direction. For me, for the first time, I had none of those issues. It was just me having a good time. Now, after that, that's something different. After that, it was just me getting older, and my problems are just like, you know, at 28 and 29 and 30 and going up, shit was rough. It was rough. I was in the this is why y'all have to understand my frustration and anger when I speak about certain stuff. Because the system will play a role in you out here getting tore up. You know what I mean? Because you be going through so much, you getting put through so much. From my 20s going into my 30s, drinking for me wasn't so much it cured what I was going through, but it took me to a place where I wanted to just get away from whatever I was going through at the time. Now, when I sip it has nothing to do with what I go through personally. Now, I sip just to have a sip without me saying, oh my God, I need a drink. I can't take this. Because that's what the society wants us to do anyway. That's why they don't have a problem putting a liquor store everywhere. Because that's all they want anyway, right? But um, for a lot of us, like I said, we all face these problems that we're trying to, we're just trying to go to a place where we can have a peace of mind just for a second. But are we really looking for a peace of mind, or are we looking for to ignore what's really going on? and just hoping for a split second that whatever we're going through, it'll just go away. Go away. Do you ever feel like that? Like just for a split second, you just want whatever you're feeling to go away. Now, as much as I would like to make this a funny story, because I know people have funny stories about what happened to them, right? But we all know some of these stories too end up horrible, where some people um had that one drunk father that might have came in and know was abusive. There's so many stories to tell of what happened after the first time you were a drinker. I just gave you a funny story. I could give you plenty of funny stories, but some of them were just funny to me for the moment, but then some of them weren't funny. Some of them could have cost me. So, I'm thank God that from the times I did drink, that I made it home, that I was actually okay, because it could have been much worse. Um, After me doing what I'm doing. But I'm gonna tell you where it got bad for me, y'all. It got bad for me when I had to go to court for my kids. I think that's when it really started going down for me. Then I had my nights where I would go out and I would party with my friends, and we would just get blasted, man. And it wasn't just because we were young. We actually were going out getting blasted. I'm talking about all kinds of different type of alcohol. And it didn't even matter what kind it was. This was just some of the things we would do. And I had to realize that it don't make your problems go away. You got to take care of your problems, of course, by taking care of your problems. For my fathers, for my men that feel like there's no escape and I have to turn to the bottle. I don't care what you got going on, child support issues, custody, whatever it is. I lost my job. She doesn't want me no more. I don't care what it is. The bottles is not going to make the issues go away. The only way you can make the problem go away is by addressing it. Don't turn to the bottle because somebody tells you that if you don't pay your child support, you're going to jail. Like I said yesterday, fuck that. Whatever it is that you believe in, you go handle that. And never let somebody tell you different. See, a lot of people in this world, they're puppets. They could easily get intimidated and threatened because they let the system tells them whatever. For any woman that's going through something, same thing with you ladies. Same thing. It ain't just that this is a man thing. Same thing with you. God runs the world, not the system. Keep that on your mind. For you so-called wannabe believers that say you believe in the Lord, but then you praise the system more than you praise God. Okay, let me say that again because that probably went over some of y'all heads. Y'all praise the system more than y'all praise God. The system ain't God. The system is just a system. Let you tell it. Tay, what's the deal? So I think for the drinking for me, that's what it did after. That's what it did to me after. And I had my days. I had my days um, where I was still trying to figure out who I was. See, drinking sometimes can have you has you thinking all kinds of. You're still trying to figure out who you are, or you don't know who you are anymore. You lost. You're looking for answers. Um, and that's what happens. Smash my like button, y'all. Come on, smash that like button. You're looking for answers. And even though, for me, I told you from the first time I was drinking, I had fun. It was just a great experience, right? Just horsing around, playing around, right? Well, not playing around, but out with the family, having a good time. And sometimes I wish I would have never had that first drink, because even though I know it was a bad experience, I could have stopped any time, but still went on after to do it. Now, don't ask me what made me do it. I don't know. What made me continue after that? Uh, like I said, when the situation happened with my kids, that's when Satan came knocking at my door. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, what do I do now? Because that's what it became. It became, oh man, he came knocking at my door. And the only way I felt like, till I could figure out what's going on and why he's at my door knocking and why is he coming in here messing with me and my family, I had to, I didn't have to, but turn to the bottle, which sometimes he has a part in us turning to drugs, because it's not just for you to ease your mind and go to sleep. Um, you could easily done did something to yourself or did something to somebody. That's why so many drunk drivers out here. Smash my like button, y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. Good morning to everybody. God bless. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's really feeling good today, man. Salute to y'all. People, you got people who are drunk drivers. Rather if they crash into somebody or somebody crashes into them. MP, what's good, fam? It happens though. First time drinkers, what happened to you? What made people want to start? What made you want to start drinking? Was it just a one time experience and then you got hooked onto it? People say they like drinking, but if you really dig deep into drinking and what it can lead to, what is there really to like about it besides just getting a buzz? I do it, I drink, but there's a difference between getting a buzz and getting drunk. It just getting tore the fuck up. And like I said, for me, the older I got, the worse my drinking got. My drinking got real bad. I didn't care about going out and leaving the club at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, getting on the subway to come home, wouldn't even make it home. I used to ride up and down the trains, right? Not because I wanted to, because I would be so damn drunk By the time I get to the last stop and I realize I'm there and now I have to go back to where I stay, I will miss that stop. I used to spend about 3 or 4 hours on the train going back and forth. Every time I wake up and I say I'm gonna sit up, I go right back to sleep. And it wouldn't be on purpose neither. This is this is what this is how I was spending my time up until the time I met my wife. That's how I was spending my time. Um, it's crazy. Like we went out last night, right? Shout out to my brother Greg. My homie was his 50th birthday. Shout outs to him. Went out last night. You know what I had to tell him? Oh, we not drinking like that. I know it's your birthday, but we ain't. I'm not doing it like that because we got to go back to the house and we got the hangovers, the not feeling good. I could wake up this morning. I'm good. My 42nd birthday is coming up January 9th. You would think that I would go out there and get blasted, right? But I'm not. Come on, it's your birthday. So what? It's my birthday every day. Every day you live to see life, it's your birthday. But honestly, on my birthday, my exact birthday, I'm not getting tore up. Maybe 2, 3 drinks might be quiet for me. Hell, might be 4. Depends. But when my mind starts to, yeah, all right, this is it. Because when you don't feel good, nobody has to go home and take care of you but your other half. While everybody's at home sleeping peaceful or whatever it is they doing, your other half got to be in there taking care of you. So for me, nah, I'm not. I don't want to go that route. But what happened? When y'all think about it, what really happened? And like I said, it was you talk about 14 years of just going through stuff, and you're asking yourself, how in the hell did I end up here? How did I end up here? Why am I in this position? How? What am I even doing here? No, it's the number one thing to ask yourself. It's unfortunate. It's sad. I try to be responsible while sick. Yeah, I mean, yes, you gotta watch out for that too. Yeah, that's dangerous, MP. But yeah, I just be trying to figure out, what happened to everybody after just taking that first sip, or what led to it. Because something always leads to something. If you started out young as a kid, it might have been peer pressure, or you know what I'm saying, or you might have been running from something, or it was peer pressure. You with your homies, they taking a sip, they want you to take one with them. Because that happens a lot. Kind of almost like when I first started smoking. That wasn't peer pressure. It was just me being with a whole bunch. It was me being with a couple of my people. We was like, all right, let's try this out, see where it goes. Well, nowadays you can't just smoke with anybody because these fools right here have you running out here looking like Chris Tucker and Friday. Got to be careful with people. My first time, I taste like medicine to me. Oh yeah, MP. I can't. The first time, I don't even. I can't say what the first time. I don't even know what I was drinking the first time. All I know is that it didn't agree with me, and I didn't agree with it, and we part ways that night. If we part ways that night, I was like, "Yo, you know what? I can't do this again. We can't." Like I said, I've had days where, oh God, it'd be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like me, like even now, I can't do that, man. Now I be like, nah, buddy. I tell the wife, I'm not going nowhere getting tore up. This is it for me right here. This is it. Because like I said, no matter what you're going through, that's not going to get the problem to go away. The problem is going to be the problem. There's nothing you can do about that. It's going to be the problem. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is go fix that problem. I got stuff. Excuse me. I got stuff going on right now. That's a problem. But when I drink, I'm not thinking about it because I'm not worried about it. Because whatever I don't have no control over, I let God. I let go and let God deal with it. If I feel like the situation ain't controllable, because like I said, we live in a world where we let the system control us and tell us what to do. When we can sneeze, when we can fart, when we can eat, and when we can wake up. That's what some of you idiots do. Y'all are puppets for the system. A lot of men, a lot of people, a lot of women feel like there's no hope. So they turn to the bottle. But for me, I had fun, man. I had fun. I'm not gonna say everything I did was respectful. A lot of things I've done wasn't necessary, but because I felt like my back was against the wall and I had the system pinning a foot on my damn chest, what are you to do? You know, what are you to do? So there's, we all have funny stories about why we were drinking and what made us, and then you got those who they got serious stories, man, where life almost came to an end for them. They were having suicide thoughts, all kinds of stuff of why people started drinking. But for somebody like me, I wanted to ease the pain. That's what I wanted to do. Just a just a little tiny bit. I wanted to have a peace of mind. That's all I was asking God for because there was too much stuff being thrown at me at one time, and I didn't know how to catch it. But today I'm a better man than what I was because what I know now, if I knew it then, I'd have told the system to kiss my ass. Now I tell them I don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media. My Brooklyn brother, what's up?
My Bronx family. I'm sorry I said Bronx brother. My Bronx family. What's good? What's
I
good?
don't know. I can't call it. We up here just rapping. You know what I'm saying? You know me already, man. Had
Well,
a
I just
great.
want to, yeah,
I
I
had
just
a
want to
great.
let
I
you
had a
know.
great event. I had a great event yesterday with the fathers. You know what I'm saying? So you know I'm feeling good though, man.
But I just want to let you know before I continue. I am so proud of you.
Ah, thank you, man. Thank you.
What I
Thank you.
seen yesterday, I'm not talking about yesterday, y'all, but I'm talking about before that. I am so proud of you.
You know
You
what
could
underrated?
thank you.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. when I speak about certain topics or just certain things I do, I say shit from the heart, and I believe in what I believe in, and I never let anybody come and change my mind on what I'm talking about. We live in a world where we have to fight the system
Mhm.
as men, right? We all know some women go through it, but their numbers is not as large as the men. I'm out here trying to save these fathers. We have to save these men. We have to, because there's nothing else out there for them but jail or the graveyard. I can't sit back and watch the system do things to these fathers that was done to me, and I have nothing to say. I don't think I'll be able to sleep at night. I don't think that I'll be able to look in the mirror and be able to smile and say, well, that ain't me. I don't give a shit if he ever see his kids again. It can't be me, underrated. So I don't give a shit what anybody say. What we have to stop doing is just worrying about jail. That's all everybody worries about. That's the only thing that the system got against you is fucking jail. What else? If you take jail away, what else could they do to you? Just let's just say if you wasn't going to jail for that, if they take that away, what do they really have? Nothing. Nothing. So any idiot that's sit there that's not willing to say, you know what, something's not right about this picture. Let me go fix this before I just jump up and do what they tell me to do. Let me go fix this. If I'm not seeing my baby boy or girl, let me go fix this. And if this doesn't get fixed, then I have to do what I have to do. Now, how could we sit here and say, and I don't want to get off topic, y'all. I want y'all to stay with me for a second. We always say that, well, put it this way. We watched our ancestors and we watched people fight for our freedom, right? Now, you tell me, underrated, what happened to them when they didn't do what they were supposed to do? A lot of them got hung. A lot of them got beaten to death for what they believed in. Am I right or wrong?
Facts.
So why the fuck can we do the same thing today? Why can't we?
You can. You can.
Everybody looks at the bigger picture of you don't do this. Who wants to be in jail? Who wants to be in jail? Well, you think they wanted to be in jail? A lot of our fucking people fought for us.
A lot.
They got hung. They got beaten for walking across a fucking bridge that they wasn't supposed to cross. They did a lot
That
of things so we can keep fighting. But everybody says that's why they vote, right? We vote because our ancestors. Y'all ain't keeping that same energy though. Y'all really not. And I'm starting to really think that there's a lot of people out here that's not as intelligent as I fucking thought they were. And I've noticed, I told myself this yesterday, it's a lot of conversations you can't have with people because everybody's mindset ain't where your shit is at. Everybody's just focused on being a puppet.
you know what, brother McLean? Go more your point. I find out that I'm talking about our people. I don't care about the others. Fuck them. Well, I'm talking about
Yeah.
our people. I'm talking about our people. They know what the work of our ancestors has put. Impossible times.
Mm-hmm.
Are we willing to put in the work? And I like you doing, you put in the work. In my own way, I put in the work. D3 put in the work. And other black women that put in the work to keep the family together. Like, I always say, I'm not afraid of the system. I'm not. I mean, what else system you could do to me that you had done in the
Um,
past?
I don't, and that's why yesterday I didn't want people to. What I say might come off wrong, but I mean well. When I say I don't give a shit about jail, which means I don't give a shit about me fighting for what I believe in. Not just saying, hey, come lock me up. I would love to go to jail. I'll get a lot of street cred. No. How many of our ancestors or how many people have sat in prison for us because of what they believed in? Our people back then, they wasn't going to jail because it smelled good or the food was good. They went because they fought for what they believed in. Joe Clark, lean on me, is a real story. Did he not go to jail
Huh?
for what he believed in? You think he wanted to go to jail? But he had to protect the drug dealers from coming into the school. The same people he threw out, he had to protect his school because he was there to make a difference and change. Our people got to wake up. Y'all let the system just intimidate y'all. Jail. Who wants to be in jail? Hell, let me tell you something. If you ain't seeing your kids already, who gives a shit about going to jail? You ain't seeing them. You ain't seeing them already. So what difference would that make? And that goes on to the point that I'm bringing up about people drinking. And when I go for drinkers, what happened the first time? What happened? What led you to drinking? Now, you know, when people tell these stories, they got funny stories to tell, right? And that's cool. We all got funny stories to tell because I got super funny stories before I got with Tiff. And even when I got with Tiff, I got funny stories and I also got depressing stories where the system messed me up so bad where my drinking became at an all-time high. When I went 10 years without seeing my kids, I take some blame for that, but the majority of that is on the system. So the same system that turns around and tells us to kiss their ass and you do what we say, we don't do what you say, is the same people we supposed to have respect for because they have something waving over our head saying we'll lock you up if you don't do this. Kiss my ass. No, I'm here to save people, man. I'm here to save people. I'm not here to tell any father to their face, man. Look, man. Now, we all know what we have to do, granted. And if you don't do it, you know what's going to happen. But I'd rather a father, like I told these fathers yesterday, if you heard me talking to them over the live, I said, let me tell you something. You do what you have to do, even if you lose. Do what you have to do. Our ancestors, they did what they had to do. Some were successful, some weren't. And they died. They died for what they believe in. Even the ones that might have survived, they were able to die comfortable knowing, hey, I did what I did. I might have lost a couple friends and family, but hey, I did this so y'all could do this. And the only time we want to believe in our ancestors is when it's time to vote. That's bullshit. You can't just believe in them when it's time to vote, but then when it comes to all this other shit, no. I'm gonna tuck my tail between my legs because this is the system. This is why I don't believe anybody no more when they say I vote because of my ancestors. I don't believe in people no more for that. People are full of shit. They're full of it. If you're gonna keep that energy 24/7. You can't just keep it when it comes to voting. I've came to the conclusion, underrated, a lot of our people are full of shit. They're full of it. Miss me with all that. You supposed to believe. How could we tell kids, our nieces, our nephews, our godchildren, how the hell can we tell them to stand up for what's right? And what are we doing? Your kid gets jammed up in something. What do you tell them? Well, son, you just got to stay there and do the time. No. You have to fight for what you believe in. I told one of the fathers yesterday, I said, if I'm in the cab and there happens to be a gun in that cab, I don't give a shit what the system say. You can't make me say that that's my gun. They tried it, they do it, but you ain't gonna get, you not gonna, oh, well, you know what? They found, look, oh God, they found the gun. I guess because I was the only one in the car, I'm gonna have to take this charge. You fight for what you believe in. What pisses me off about our people, they're full of shit. Nobody wants to fight for what they believe in. Only time when it's time to vote. Oh, I vote because my ancestors. Okay. Our ancestors wasn't just good for that. They did a lot of other shit. So we could be here fighting. So you're going to tell me when it comes to the system, because they got jail hanging over your head, that's the only thing that makes you do what they say do? Let me tell you something, underrated. We all in jail now. We all still in jail. If another COVID happened right now, they're shutting everything down. Everything. I don't get people, man. That's why I be like, it be people I can't have conversations with, bro. And I'm realizing that. Because
I do.
some people are just puppets.
Oh, like before I get to the drinking, there's a song came out in the '60s. I'm your puppet. Listen to that song. That is so true. And
Puppets, man.
it puppets, yeah. But to tell the truth, bro, I've been honest with you about the drinking. I mean, my very first drink that I stole from my parents when I was 5 was Manischewitz Concord Grape. That's my very first drink. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, hold on, man. Wait a minute, underrated. You was a young thief.
Yeah,
What made you?
yeah,
What made you want to steal it?
yeah,
What you? Wait a minute.
because
What?
it was my late parents' fault. You know, they
No,
drinking.
but what made you?
But
What made you want to steal it? What you thought it was Kool-Aid?
no, this is what happened, right? One time they was drinking that I remember. That was my late mother's father. He came to the house, and what happened was, they drinking, and I was a youngster at the time. I ain't know, I be like, so so my parents say, you want to taste something? This is wine. This is grown people stuff. So they put some in the top. They put, I don't know what it was. I think it was my father. He put his middle finger. I'm not middle his finger in it, and had me taste it, and it was tasting real good. So after that, I went in and I started stealing it. Then I know also I drank too much. Then I add water to it and everything, and I'm just saying, man, should take good to be.
Yo, underrated. Usually, you a wild.
Yo, don't get me wrong, I got my behind tore for it, but hey, it was tasting real good. I didn't want no orange juice. I drank orange juice, apple juice. I want the juicy juice.
He said, "I want the juicy juice."
Yeah, that tastes real good. Then my mom beat my behind so she beat me. She said, why? I said, it tastes so good. She laughed. She was like, Herschel, you need to get that. But so they every time they hide it, I end up finding it.
Oh my God, underrated.
And I didn't get a cup. I took it from the head.
Underrated. You a
Wipe
trip,
it down.
man.
Yeah, and I add water in, and the add water, the color. Oh man, shit, man. Yeah, yeah. That was my first drink.
Oh man. I don't even remember what my first drink was. I was 22, 23. We were in Alabama, like I was saying earlier. Me, my brother, my father, I think his girlfriend at the time, and my ex, who stayed. We were living in Opelika, Alabama. Damn, we was in the country. That's crazy.
Mm.
And we came down to visit. Yeah, Opelika. You know that's country, Opelika.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out to drink, and I wasn't no drinker, man. I was always a smoker. I had been smoking from the time I was 15, 16. So drinking it wasn't even in my rear view mirror. Wasn't there. But I tell you what, underrated, the first time I did, boy, I paid for it. I fucked my father's car up.
Right.
I tore that damn car up. Cause when you drinking, right, and when your body don't feel right, you feel it. You like, okay, Coco Tina, what's up, sis? You feel it.
Hey, how are you?
How you feeling? I didn't know you were there.
I
Oh,
am
oh,
here.
okay, I'm glad to see you in the building, sis. Glad to see you. And I got to get Coco's reaction because I know Coco might have some stories on if she ever was a drinker. I don't know, but I would love to get her reaction of what happened to her the first time she drunk. So for me, I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right, and I was sick. But despite all that underrated, what kept me drinking was when I went through what I went through with my kids.
Mm.
And see, this is what the system does to you too. Um, it puts you in this place and space where you're asking yourself, what did you do? Where did you go wrong? And why me? Why this and why that? And you think by drinking it eases the pain. You think by drinking it makes it go away. But what you fail to realize is that even when you sober up, the issue is still there.
Yeah.
We don't want women or men turning to that, thinking that's what solves the problem. It don't
Right.
solve the problem. And for me, you know, when I went 10 years without seeing my kids, let me tell you something underrated. That shit was hard, man.
I can imagine.
And I had to cope with it. People say, you don't cry? Why would I when I spent a lot of my early years crying? Sometimes you don't have no more tears left. You don't have no
Yeah.
more tears left because you don't let all the tears out. Going to court for them constantly, I let the tears out. And sometimes when I would drink and I just so happened to glance to see a father with his kids, it would just, you know, that would trigger me. And I go, I can't get none of this time back. But that's what it was for me, and that's what kept me doing it. And even when I got to even up to the point where I got with Tiff, I kept on because here it is now. Before her, the last idiot that I was dealing with, I go to jail for her for something I didn't do. Now I'm in jail, and I'm like, oh my God, for something I really didn't do. There was no proof on it. This is what I'm saying. You know, this is what I be like. People be out here respecting the system. I don't. I respect certain things because when you put a man in that type of predicament, you don't know what it does to his mental, especially if he ain't built for that. How many of our brothers we have lost in the system that weren't supposed to be in prison and they couldn't take it anymore when they realized they weren't going to get out or they might have got beaten or raped? Oh man, I can't do this. Either I'm going to kill somebody or they going to kill me. Because there's nothing you can do, especially if you're not going home anytime soon, or if you're not going home at all. Hell, you could be sitting there trying to make bail. You might go through hell trying to make that. And this is the reason why I say what I say, that I'm trying to save these fathers. We don't need no more of them because every time they build in the jail, they building it for our asses. They're thinking about us as they making it. So I'm trying to save these fathers, man. So
No, when it comes,
my frustration and aggravation yesterday was to get people to see that it ain't just about going to jail. That's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is fighting for what you believe in. Now, if you don't want to fight for it and you don't want to do anything and you just want to surrender, go ahead. Let the system treat you any kind of way they want. But you poster, I thought that we came up in the world where we had grandparents, if not our parents, we always had our grandparents sit down with us and say, fight for what you believe in. That's no different from just letting somebody bully you. Well, I got to give him my lunch money. I got to give him my food. Because if I don't, he going to beat my ass. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm not giving you no money and you're not about to take my lunch. So what you want to do? But it proves to me that a lot of these people are they're not scared of the system. They're terrified of the system. Because if all you could just think about is jail versus you fighting for what you believe in, if fighting for what you believe in lands you in jail, then so be it. Our ancestors went through it. Our ancestors went through it. Martin Luther King and them went through it just so we could be here fighting for what we believe in. But the only time people want to believe that when it's time to vote. And this is why when people bring that up, I don't believe in them no more. You're full of shit. That sounds good. It sounds good. Our people are full of shit. And it's sad to say that, but they really are. But yeah, the drinking, that's what it did for me. But I've had great times though. Every time I've drunk wasn't a bad time. I had times where it was great. But then I also had times it was dangerous too with me falling asleep on the 4 train, waking up at the last stop, and then waking up. Then I'm at Woodlawn. Then I'm waking up again. I'm in Utica. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You got to stop drinking. That's
Yeah.
that's 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 pretty much what it was for me, though.
Well, I'm gonna let Cotina go first, and then I did that time.
Oh yeah, Coco, come on now, Coco, because don't tell me you ain't got no story, Coco. What's your story?
Unfortunately, I don't have any stories about overindulging. And that's because I grew up with my father and grandparents being alcoholics. And so
Oh, okay.
um, I was taught going through counseling and all that how
Okay.
to not overindulge in drinking
Okay.
because of that. So I was groomed, I guess, being around alcoholics and these are functional alcoholics. So they got up, they went to work, they did what they had to do, but they overly indulge. And my father being locked up a couple of times for DUI and
Yeah.
going through rehab, like 3 rehabs. So drinking for me was only social, and I had my limits, period. I just won't go over. I don't go over. And
Yeah.
so now drinking for me is mainly entertainment. I'll socialize, boo boo boo, whatever, and then that's it. I can't. I guess I got that trigger that I don't want to be like them. And I grew up, I can't be like them. So that's why I don't smoke. My father and grandparents were smokers. I don't smoke. So it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I
But let me ask you,
don't have that. Mm-hmm.
coming up with the friends that you had, how hard was it to maintain that? Because you probably had friends coming up doing different things, drinking, smoking, whatever their addiction was.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to maintain that or stay away from it or just be like, you know what, I gotta find me a whole new group of friends?
So I was what they call the dedicated one. So it was like, yeah, we got Tina. We gonna go hang. I'll be like, man, y'all do your thing. Y'all do your thing. I'm gonna socialize. I'll drink a little bit, but then other than that, y'all go ahead and get wasted. Now, don't get me wrong. I have friends that I had to. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
You had too much. I was that friend that be in the bathroom, you throwing up. I'm that one to make sure your hair don't get messed up. Make sure you're all
Yeah.
right. I'm that person. You good? You ready?
So,
I'm that
so
one that
you
had the barf bags in the car.
so it's so what I'm getting from you is you would basically would be the designated driver when your friends would tour.
Yep, that is me.
Because I didn't learn this until years later that everybody in the car can't be messed up.
That's right.
Somebody got to be the designated driver because other than that, none of us is gonna make it home. See, two things only happen with drunk people. They're either gonna get killed or they're gonna kill somebody.
That is true.
Somebody got to be the designated. See, I would have loved to drive. I'd have loved to been around you at the time because I'd have been like, all right, Tina gonna get us home safe.
Yeah, exactly. That's
She gonna get
exactly
us home
their
safe.
mentality.
She got the barf bag. She could pull over if she needed to. She could go in the 7-Eleven and get me a water or a ginger ale if I needed.
Yep.
I'm riding with Tina. I'm not riding with you fools.
I was tired of being the designated one. Fuck that.
He said, I'm tired of me.
No, I didn't. No, look,
You underrated.
no, no. This what happened. It was some people I grew up in Brooklyn, right? This is the time I was living in Queens. Just a little after my father passed, '89, right?
Yeah.
So they want to go. They want to go to this party in the Bronx. I said, I roll with you. So I said, look, there's a certain time we have to leave, right? So the
Yeah.
motherfuckers didn't want to leave. So here's me. So I drunk a little something. I said, well, y'all get home when y'all fucking get home. Listen, you going back? But I'm not going to fucking Brooklyn. I'm not going to my mom's house. So what happened was I had me some Hennessy, some orange juice.
Yeah.
Now until this day, don't ask me how I got home in Queens. Open my door and lay down. Until this day, I don't know how I got home. All jokes aside,
Mm.
it was God.
That's
It was
dangerous.
God.
It's dangerous, and I'm glad today I don't live that life anymore, because even when I got with Tiff, I was still in pain. Getting with Tiff wasn't going to ease the pain. I still was in pain when I got with her. And I remember one day I went out to Sosa Cafrego. You know where that's at. You know, the end of the
Yeah.
Bronx. I go there one day and I forgot who it was I was going to see perform. But I came back home and I was nasty looking. I didn't throw up on myself. I looked disgusting. I looked disgusting. When I mean I looked disgusting, I looked super disgusting, to a point where I was disgusted with myself. But I think, I was still fighting demons.
Mhm.
I was still, was in this stage of getting over the relationship that I came out of the year before. Now I can control all that. Now I don't go out and get tore up. I might have 2 drinks, 3. Like we went out last night. It was my homie's 50th birthday. And even though he wanted me to drink with him, I wasn't getting blasted like that. Not because I had to get up and go somewhere. Rather, if I had to go somewhere or not, I don't like the feeling. And I
No,
was
but
telling Tiffany,
but what happened to me, brother McClain, when I did that, right? When I dropped him off at that time, I was still grieving my late father. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
For the like I said before, like I said last month, from 84 to 83, 89, we had the best relationship. You hear what I'm saying? And so I was
yeah.
grieving with that. The family refused to understand what I'm going through. So I was by myself. Matter of fact, I never told nobody this to the day. I one of my peeps gave me 64 ounce of Hennessy and a half a gallon of orange juice, and I was drinking that shit on the
Jesus
train.
Christ.
I did not give a fuck.
Yo,
I had a cup. I drink. It
oh,
was one
oh.
cop said, "You need to put it away." Fuck you. I'm not putting shit away. And then I just knew I blacked out. And then I woke up. I think I woke up. I had the Hennessy and orange juice on the table when I was living in Queens, and I must have fell asleep in my clothes. And until this day, I still don't know how I got home, but it was God. It has to be God.
Did you ever, were you ever, for your father leaving you, not say he did it on purpose, but were you ever upset with God? Were you ever upset with him? Did you ever walk around and go, why me? Why me? Did you walk around like just pissed and mad at the world, and it was just like, you know what? I don't give a shit anymore, and I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
To tell the truth,
Mhm.
I blamed my father at first, but it was unfair.
Yeah.
It was like that, like I feel like this. Like, why you had to wait to 83 to have a relationship? To 6 years. Why? But at the same time, I have to understand that the gems that my late father had given me, I got to keep them going because you got to understand I was an older brother too. I got to be there for my younger brother. So I have to understand. I got to. There was at times that I was drinking, but it was like for myself. But I had to snap out of it to be there for my late younger brother Lamar. And so good thing I'm gonna say this. It was some people around there was there for me. They helped me
Yeah.
a lot. They say, "Yo, you got to get back at the ball. You got to get back things. What you got to do? You know, Papa Thomas ain't gonna want you to do all that and everything." But at the time, it's not. I'm not just saying a broken record. But at that time, I'm talking about my blood family. They was there. They was there for me that I should. They
Mm.
wasn't there. And I was grieving. I was grieving. And so at the same time, I had stroke. Like that's why I'm saying that when I see you yesterday with the strong men, strong fathers and everything, it resonated with me because that's when the elders step into the picture. They
Yeah.
stepped in for me and just like, come on, man. We need you out here. You know the system, and I know you agree. And so I had help, but it was that time that I didn't. I know I cannot say that because my second oldest brother, my late second oldest brother, he was there, but I was not hearing it because it was like this, like. So that's why I'm glad you brought that up today and everything. And we go through the moments. That's like Coco Tina was saying that it was a destiny. Some people had to be there because at that time too, before then, I was the designator too. I said, nah, right, get your drink. I make people get on the train, get off the stop, make sometimes to walk them to their door, me get back on the train and stuff like that. So, but at that time, I was with my father. I got you up there in the Bronx. It's my time, and for me, I didn't care.
Yeah.
At that moment, I didn't care. So that's what I'm saying. I had my Hennessy and everything. And to make it so bad, after I drunk it, I didn't finish it. I gave it to somebody. Matter of fact, that next day I gave it to somebody else. I said, hey, y'all can have it. We can have it. So yeah, you can have it.
Mm.
Because I knew then I have to get better.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times, like I said, I've said it earlier that while I do what I do with the fathers, there's a father right out here right now that probably is going to decide that this morning, I'm through with this shit. And this is why I say I'm trying to save them, bro. I'm not the only one doing it. As you see, Friends of Fathers is a great fatherhood program. I can't speak for any other fatherhood program. I can only speak for them. And we're trying to save these guys from a lifetime of pain. And drinking or drugging is not going to make your problem go away. So we're trying to get them to cope with that. You can still have your sipping life. You can still drink in life, but there's a difference between sipping and actually getting out here just being drunk and sloppy. Because you're trying to figure out how in God's name did I get in this predicament? I didn't ask for this. None of us ask for what we're going through in life, but sometimes it happens, right? I didn't ask for my sister to be murdered on Christmas of 91. I didn't ask for my mother to leave a year and a half later. I didn't
Like,
ask for me not to have no grandparents. I don't even have no grandparents alive. And that shit hurts. You
it
understand what I'm
does.
saying? It hurts. And that was another thing that raised my drinking shit to an all-time high. Because it's like you always want to pick up the phone and be like, well, can't speak to moms. Haven't talked to pops. Let me call grandma or grandpa. But then when you realize, oh shit, can't even talk to them. You understand? So
Yes.
it's so many different things that runs us in that direction of drinking and drugging. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. This is why this is why I spoke about mental health. This is why I say mental health and depression and suicide. Those three right there alone is at an all-time high. So when you see me do what I do with the fathers, man, I'm going to encourage these fathers to do the right thing and to stay on the right path. I'm not going to intimidate them by telling them, you're going to get locked up. They know that. They smart enough to know that. That's not my job to tell them that. My job is to tell them to fight for what you believe in. I don't give a shit what the system says. Fight for what you believe in. And if I'm not going to tell them that, then I'm going to stop having these conversations. Then I need to stop trying to help them. If everything I do is sugarcoating it, rather if it's reality or not, they need something that's going to boost their confidence. A lot of people don't understand that because a lot of people ain't been in that situation. You can't tell somebody how to bust a gun if you ain't never shot anybody. You can't tell somebody how to play basketball if you ain't never pick up a ball. Can't tell somebody how to fight if you ain't never been in one. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. It's just real shit.
It is. You know, that it's crazy that you talk about. Go back in 1989 when my father passed. I was mixing a lot of stuff. I was mixing Cisco with Hennessy, Johnny Walker with certain stuff. And I was grieving and stuff. And I remember it would be a time that I would be in the park by myself, drinking, experiment different stuff, drinking, but it's just that. Then I remember a time I used to play ball high and got busy. That never happened to me. So it was like trying to cope with it, and other things was happening. But see, at the same time though, I say it has to stop. It has to stop. It has to be a certain set. And I know it's gonna sound corny, but prayer means a lot, and you gotta work in actions within your prayers. And
It's not
that
corny.
actually helped me a lot. And you gotta break that cycle. You gotta break yourself. I said, I can talk for me. I have to break this shit. I said, I can't just say
Let me. I don't want to cut you off for 1 second, underrated. That does not sound corny. You know why it don't sound corny? You got more people believing in the system. No, I'm just saying you got more people that believe in the system than they believe in God. The system intimidates them more than God. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's a fact. People praise and worship the system more than they do our Lord and Savior. Are you kidding me? What world do you idiots live in? What world? What world do y'all actually live in? Because y'all don't believe in God until when your back is against the wall. That's what everybody want to call on him. Oh Lord. For that person that's drunk and they praying to the porcelain God. Oh God, if you just make this go away, I'll never drink again. Ugh. But before that, you just in the club getting taught.
Or getting your back blown out. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, I'm sorry. My fault.
You know what? I'm not doing this with you. When my brother passed in 2018, I spun out. I lost myself in whiskey and cocaine. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad, BC, that you are here.
BC here.
Because not so much of the whiskey, but the cocaine could have took you out.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're here, BC. I love you, my brother. And I'm glad that you're here. Because I probably would have never got to know you, brother.
And
I'm glad you're here, brother.
I'm glad you're here. And you know what? And the one thing, Brother McLean, that I have to understand a prayer, even early in my life, and then go back 1989, you have to repent. You have to understand what you do and self-destruction yourself. You have to repent. And that was the thing that helped me a lot too for myself. To repent.
Yeah.
And that's what Brother BC had to do, to repent. And that was the thing that helped me turn around to get back to me. I mean, I was always myself, but after like that, if I start drinking again, it has to be sociable. And then so I got back to myself little by little. And then like I know my limit. I'd be like, nope. If I'm gonna drink in the house, I know my limit. I go
Well,
out.
Yeah, but Quee, it's not about that. It's about standing up for what you believe in. Nobody gives a shit about any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the point of that. It's the point of you standing up for what you believe in. You can't teach a child or your children anything if you're not standing up for what you believe in. It's not about, oh, I'm not trying to go there, but it's not about that. It's about, hey, let me go do this first to try to avoid this. If I don't believe in something and I need to fix it, no, I'm not missing what you're saying. You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. Y'all keep talking about to make stuff harder. You make stuff harder when you don't fight for what you believe in. Go correct something to avoid from going in that direction. I never would look at a father and tell him, well, if you don't do this, I don't have to tell a father that because they know if you don't do this, you know what can happen. But I'm not going to just settle for something because the system say. I'm not teaching these fathers that. All right, Cree, I'm not getting into that. We talking about drinking. I'm not on yesterday. Yesterday's over. We on a whole new thing today. Back to you saying underrated. All I'm saying is y'all praise the system more than y'all praise God. Fuck the system. My life is in God's hands. Go ahead, underrated.
No, what I was saying, and then so what happened was God had helped give me help because I had to show action, and so I got back there, so I started playing ball again. I started living my life again, and then at the same time,
Thanks for tracking your Mid-Atlantic seafood.
all right, and get back what I'm saying, right? And so this is the thing. You can hear me, brother McLean.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And so this is the thing that for me personally, I gotta tell you something funny after this. And so at the same time, bro, that I gotta get back to that because when my father was dying, my late father was dying, you know, you put on this earth for a purpose. You put on your earth to help people.
People don't understand that. People don't
And you
understand
know,
that. People don't understand what I do is to help these fathers. You know what I'm saying? I don't lie to them. I don't, I won't lie to them. I tell, they know already. If you don't do this, this will happen to you. But we can't be going around just putting fear in people's heart because of the system. Because the only thing they got to hang over your head is jail. Take that away. What do they really got to hang over your head? Nothing. Y'all praise the goddamn system more than y'all do jail. Y'all are pathetic out there. If you praise the system more than you praise jail, I don't need y'all. If y'all praise the system more than you praise God, y'all don't need to come over to my show. I don't give a shit who you are. We ain't gonna sugarcoat this. We gonna be honest. We're not gonna do that.
so
I don't
that's
give a damn what I don't give a damn what nobody's talking about. Yes, we all know if we don't do what we all got to do, of course you're gonna go there. If you're somebody that's not taking care of what you got to take care of, you know where you're going. And if you end up there, you did it to yourself. But before going there, if you don't feel right about something, if something needs to be fixed, as a man, as a human, even as a woman, you go correct that and you stand up for yourself. I live in a world where I stand up for myself. You can't threaten me with jail. I don't give a shit about that. But hey, what do I know? Y'all praise the system more than y'all praise God. And if you praise God as you supposed to and you leave it in God's hands, he'll take care of it. But if you just throw in the system in front of God, then y'all a bunch of lames for that. And that's what all I got to say about that.
yeah. So after that period has passed, you know, I got back to do the certain things that I was doing, help people out, like be a designated wherever it is, you know, and at the same time, you know, it was family members was matter of fact, go by what Queen Cocotina was talking about. I got members of the family with alcoholics too.
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
We wasn't tight like that, but you know, I look at that examples too, and so it was like, nah, you know, shoot, let me tell you, it was this one guy I know, right? He passed away of cancer. I remember he lost his job, got locked up and everything. Came and said, man, I just want to get wasted. So then, yo, homie getting wasted. What do you mean? He's still
Yeah.
no. I mean, yeah, man, he free basing, drinking. That's not him. So I got a call. I had to go. This is at the time again. I was living in Queens. So I had to travel to Brooklyn. I said, what the fuck's wrong with you? This not you. And I put my hands on him a few times. And he said, I'm sorry. And he hugged me and we cried. I said, you can't do that, man. You know about this system. I know and everything. And I grabbed him. I hugged him and he just cried. He said, I ain't got nobody. I said, you got a brother right here. But the free basing and the drinking and all that turned into cancer. And he died years later.
Oh, man.
And that hurts because the ones supposed to be there for him was never there for him. But at least I was there. But
Yes. Thank you for being there. And that's and that's all I'm trying to do. When it comes to these guys, is be there for them. But I'm not finna scare them or have them worry more than what they are by throwing the system in their face. That's what y'all do. I'm not going to do that to them because whatever decision that they make, they got to live with it. So if you end up going to jail, then but you don't just come at them by just constantly throwing the system in their face. I don't give a damn what the rules are. I'm not going to do that to them.
And
I'm not going to do that to them.
Right. And also at the same time, Brother McLean, I was dealing with being molested by one woman even years before that. So I had to deal with that too. And so for me personally, it was the gems that my mom's was giving me at the time. She was living at the time. And also my late father. Those gems was helping me a lot. It was helping me. I'm talking about in the 90s. It helped me a lot. I'm like, I used to see some shit like what the fuck is going on here? So I had to set the example. I had to actually set the example. It was at times in the 90s, I had to actually walk away from lifetime situations that I could have done fed time.
Yeah.
I knew that for a fact. But I said, you know what? And then I had to hear some. My mom said, hey, such my late father, such. I said, and that helped me. That helped me a lot and everything. And so go back to here on Queen Coco Tina examples, your examples, you examples, and other people examples. These are gems that we need to hold on to be a better human. And that's a sad thing about our people. We don't want to accept gems no more.
It's not sad. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Because one thing about me, I call my shit the no duck zone. That means I ain't ducking shit. And whatever needs to be spoken about, whether people want to hear it or not, I'm gonna speak about it. I don't try to get people to believe in what I believe in. I'll never do that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to speak about what needs to be spoken about. You know what I'm saying? And drinking for me led to a lot of scary places that I didn't want to go to. It put me in positions that I really didn't want to be in, but I was so hurt, man. I was just looking for somewhere where I was just looking for an answer. I've had my days where not everything every time I drunk it was negative. I've had my good days. Now I ain't gonna make it seem like, oh man, every time I drunk it was just bad times. It wasn't that. I've had a lot of great times where I was able to sit and laugh and joke around. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna make it seem like every time I was drinking it was an issue. No. But I see a lot of these guys, and when I was talking to the fathers yesterday, a lot of us was talking about that. How yeah, man, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm like, all right, brother, you just gotta, if you heard the conversation yesterday, that's what I was telling a lot of them. What we talked about yesterday on the show, I was talking to them about. And like I told them, you can't turn to the drugs and the drinking. It's not gonna make your problem go away. It's still going to be there. But you fight for what you believe in. I don't give a shit what anybody's saying. If something ain't right, you take care of it. Take care of it. Now, if you just don't do anything about it, then you know it's consequences to it. Even if you lose what you're taking care of, even if you lose it, at least you went and did it. We don't live in a country where we tell people to fight for shit no more. People fight for what they want to fight for. And that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, and I don't understand that. Everybody knows everything. Everybody wants to try to outsmart everybody. I don't understand that shit. Nobody fights for nothing no fucking more because you're too busy letting the system intimidate y'all punk asses. If you believe in the system more than you believe in God, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. You can unsubscribe to my fucking channel. I don't care who y'all. And that's real. I don't give a shit who you are. If you believe in the system more than you believe in God, you can unsubscribe to my damn channel. And I'm cool with that. I'm here to bring back the real. Everybody can be tough all day and talk tough all day. And when it comes to the system, y'all tuck y'all shit between y'all legs. When it comes to the system, y'all tuck y'all tail between y'all legs. Everybody know this and everybody know that. Everybody been through this. Everybody been through that. But then at the same time, y'all trying to tell people right from wrong. You can't tell nobody nothing if you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I'm here to give y'all that work. I told y'all in 2025, I'm here to the new year's not even here yet. I'm here to give y'all that work. Y'all want that work? I'm here to give it to you. Oh, I'm not gonna be nice in 2025. I damn sure wasn't nice this year. I'm not gonna be nice in the new year. If we gonna entertain these conversations, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not gonna be nice about it. Now, y'all want to debate something, y'all be sitting up here debating boxing. I don't give a shit about that. I'm gonna debate something way more important than that. These topics, because I'm fighting for these. I'm fighting for them. I don't give a shit if y'all agree with what I say or not. You can unsubscribe, and I'll be okay with it.
And you know what, Brother McClain? I would say this: welcome to the family, because that's how we're gonna roll.
That's how we gonna roll. You don't like what goes on here on No Doug Zone? Y'all ass can unsubscribe, and I ain't gonna feel no different tomorrow about it, because you can be replaced. I'll tell you like I used to tell women. I'll tell you like I used to tell women that I get with, right? You can leave. Your ass will be replaced today. Bye. Feliz la vida. I'm here to bring back the real. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not telling these fathers, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Fuck that. If they lock you up, so what? They like, no. Go do what you're supposed to do. And in the mix of you fighting for what you believe in, and they do that, then hell, what up? Didn't our ancestors do it? Huh, BC? Didn't our ancestors do it? Didn't Martin Luther King and them do it? Joe Clark and Lean on Me, which was a real movie. Didn't he do it? Fight for what he believe in? So what makes us different? Because y'all scary ass pussycats get scared because y'all worried, oh God, jail. Oh God. Man, y'all get the fuck out of here with that shit. Don't come to my show with that bullshit. This is the new thing that I'm bringing up now. If y'all can't deal with that, and that's how your mindset is, and you praise the system more than you praise God or Allah or Buddha or whoever it is that you is your higher power. If you believe in the system more than you believe in the God that you pray to, don't come over here. Don't come over here. Unsubscribe, and I'm okay with it. And that's a shout out to everybody. I ain't talking this to nobody in particular. That goes for everybody. Man, woman, dog, cat, fish. Don't care who you are.
But Brother McClain, I have to confess to one thing. When I was 5, I did pray to Manischewitz Concord Great, but I'm sorry, God. I'm just letting you know.
That's all right, man. Shit happens, man. Relax. You all right on the way. You didn't murder nobody.
I'm sorry, God. I did pray to Manischewitz one quick thing. It just tastes good, God. man. But
You know what?
yeah, but that's
I can't stand you, underrated. Shut up. I can't stand you, underrated. Shut up. I can't stand Coco Tino, what's wrong with him?
He had too much
Great.
Manischewitz in his lifetime.
Yeah.
hey, listen. I drunk every flavor of Manischewitz, so I'm not so I know. I surely
But
did it.
that's all I'm so the whole drinking what the whole this whole thing for this was what led to people drinking their first time because the type of stuff that I'm going through that I've been through and that these fathers are going through. If my dog is subscribed to you, I'm fucking him up, Clarence.
That's it. BC, stop.
Yo, BC, you almost
He's stupid.
BC almost killed me just now.
See,
He said, if my dog is subscribed to you, I'm fucking. Oh, that's why I love BC, man. This is the reason why. Um, this is the reason why it was a must that he had to be at my gathering
yeah.
next year. Next year we coming back with the gathering again. We're gonna have a great time, y'all. I'm expecting to have more fathers. I didn't have no fathers this time, but this is why I'm building a relationship with a lot of these fathers because I'm gonna bring a lot of them. Bring some of them to the gathering next year. Um, it's amazing, man. I love y'all. I'm passionate about what I speak about. I don't do this for the cameras. I don't need to because if you see me in person, I'm gonna keep that same energy when we have the. You see, I had the same topic conversation with them yesterday when I went. And I'm going to say this one time. I said it a couple times, but I'm going to say this one last time again so we can get a clear understanding of what my attitude is going to be like from this point on going into 2025. If you believe in the system more than you believe in who you pray to, don't come over here. That's my final word on it. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah, brother
You don't
McClain.
teach. You're not teaching. And that says a lot about you because that means you don't stand up for yourself. See, y'all stand up for yourself when you want to. It depends on what it is. I'm not pushing no bad negativity out here. I don't believe in voting. I don't tell people not to go out and vote. What do I tell them to do? Go ahead. And if something don't go right, then you can't complain about what go on in the world. I don't tell people that. You heard me tell people plenty of times. Get out there and vote. Just don't vote with your feelings. I tell these fathers the same thing. When you go into court for your kids, don't go in there with your feelings. Don't. Do what you got to do because if you don't, it's going to land you in jail. Now, did you not hear me just say that if you don't do what you got to do, where does that put you, underrated? But if I'm going to go for doing the right thing, not the wrong thing, if I'm going to go to jail for doing the right thing because I'm fighting for something, come on, man. Y'all miss me with that bullshit. Don't come over here with that, y'all, please. This is about to be a whole different Clarence in 2025. It
McClain,
starts today.
brother McClain, let me tell you something funny, man. When you had these things, what you call them? What you call
You
them?
call them things?
Yeah, what you call them again?
You talking about my
What?
Alexis?
Yeah. When you got Alexis and stuff, yo, you gotta be careful because they be snitching on you.
That's okay.
They be telling your order and stuff like that. You can't even have a surprise in that shit.
Yeah, it happens. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
it happens.
but go more on your point though, brother. You're absolutely right and everything. But yeah, let me put this out. Y'all gonna hear it first of the brother of your No Ducks on podcast. I'm gonna do a special underrated men's talk sometime December. I want all men to show up.
Okay, just let me know when you're doing it, and I got you. I'm gonna get some of these fathers. I just told them yesterday, the ones that was from there yesterday. I'm going back on Monday. I'm gonna see them again. And let me tell you how swift I am with mine and how much I care. One of the fathers who's going to court for his daughter. Do you know I'm actually attending court with him on Monday?
That's big right there. He needs
Not
the
because
support.
he asked me, not because he asked me to, because I volunteered. Because I know what it feels like when you feel like you ain't got nobody in your corner. And it's not just him. I told all the fathers, if I can make it, I will go there with you because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. A lot of y'all don't know shit. You telling me you know this, you know that. You don't know shit. Y'all don't know what it feel like to go 10 years and not see your child. You don't know. You don't know shit. Don't play with me, man. Please don't play with me. Y'all think y'all know me. You thought you did. But when it comes to this, you don't know me. You don't know me. This ain't about friendships. This ain't about who I know. This ain't about who I've subscribed to. I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm fighting for these fathers. And I will continue to do it until I can no longer do it. But I'm also talking to them about right and wrong, not just what's right, but right and wrong. And if that don't sit well with y'all, deuces. That's how I'm giving it up for 2025. That's how I'm giving it up. That's how I'm giving it up for as long as I live. Because the fun and games is over, ladies and gentlemen. The fun and games is over. We the only ones on earth that can't get our shit together. We're the only ones on earth that can't get it together. And it's sad. It's sad and it's pathetic. If you're not sticking up for what's right and what's wrong, correcting it, you can't come and tell me anything. Some of y'all mindsets is crazy. Some of y'all mindsets is crazy. But you think you can come over here and tell me something? Absolutely not. The fun and games is over with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. The jig is up. I told y'all. For some of y'all, the jig is up. It's up. It's over. It's over. If you somebody who don't stand for what you believe in, don't bring your ass over here. Don't come over here. I don't give a shit who you are. If you don't stand up for what you believe in, like y'all, like our ancestors did, because y'all always say that's the reason why I vote, because you know my ancestors did it. My ancestors did it. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick. Did you hear BC just share his story about how it was when his brother died?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking the people. Prime example, if BC's in a situation right now where he was going for his kids and he wasn't seeing them, but here it is, they taking all the money out of him. I'm telling that brother to go to court and fight for what you believe in. Don't just continue to keep doing what they ask you to do. Fight for what you believe in. After a while, okay, what's going on here? You're supposed to stick up for yourself. Something ain't right. Well, you don't just sit there and say, well, I got to continue to pay it even if I'm not seeing them. I guess I'll just see her when I see her. I'll see her when she gets married. Hell, what can I do? It's the system. You fight. You fucking dummies. You fight. Don't come over here telling me nothing. Don't tell me nothing, because there ain't none of y'all that can sit there and say that 10 years you ain't seen yours. You can't tell me nothing. I wish you would. Y'all got it twisted. Y'all don't know what it feel like to walk in a goddamn courtroom and have the judge against you, to have the lawyer against you, to have your kid's lawyer against you. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all life is Disneyland compared to mine. It's Disneyland. It's sweet. Cupcakes. Hell you talking about? You praise the system more than you praise God. You don't bring your ass back over here to my show. If you do, I'll block you. That's how we giving it up for the new year. That's how we giving it up, period. I'm not telling you you got to agree with me. No, you don't agree with me. We're supposed to agree to a disagree. That's what makes a great show. But if you're coming over here sounding ignorant, because I'm fighting for what I believe in, don't bring your ass back here. That's simple. And I'm cool with it. I'm going to fight for what I believe in to the day I die. Even if I lose, I can lose for what I believe in, but at least I went down fighting. It ain't about if I'm a win. You fight for what you believe in. When it come to boxing, you idiots sit here and say, I believe Canelo should fight this guy. I believe David Benavidez should fight this guy. I should believe this is what they do. So why you can't keep that same energy when it comes to the system?
Because you know why? Because go back to Canelo. Because they on Canelo's nuts.
Hey, BC, it's not about if it's different. Nobody gives a shit about if it's different. You fight for what you believe in. If something's not right, you step to it and take care of it. Even if you lose, it's not about what's different. God different. Who cares? It's not about that. This is the point that everybody's missing. It's not about that. You fight for what you believe in. Nobody's not telling you to not take care of it. But if something ain't right, you take care of it. I don't give a damn if you owe $3 million in jail. You take care of it. Hey, something ain't right. Can I go to court and fix this? Can I take care of this? Before we can move on, can I? You don't just tuck your shit between your legs because of what they say. That's what leads to people drinking and doing drugs is they don't know how to handle the situation. We here to make it a little simple for you and tell you what to do.
Don't let the system defeat you.
You don't let the system defeat you. They different. God different. It's not about that, BC. It's not about that. We all found out. I'm still finding out. Is that still fighting? Is that stopping me from what I believe? The system didn't bring you into this world, and they damn sure can't take you out. The system ain't nothing but a bunch of punk ass people sitting behind the desk pressing buttons. Give a fuck about no system. I believe in God. I believe in God. God runs the world. I don't give a shit about the system. The system got y'all so messed up where y'all just feel like I gotta say yes sir and no ma'am to the system. No, you fight for what you believe in, and even in the mix of you losing, okay, I lost. At least I fought. Now I can continue to go on with my process. Now if you don't do nothing about it, then yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Yeah, the system. Yeah, you going to jail.
And sometimes God closed that door. It doesn't mean, I never said it doesn't mean that you probably lose at that time, but God got a greater door to open for you so you could prosper.
Just like the system be trying to tell people what they can do with their kids. You can't tell somebody what they can do to their kids. If somebody homeschools their kids, you can't come in there and tell them your kid got to be in school. Why? Because he costs? Because that's all kids are in school. They ain't nothing but a money grab. For every ass in that seat, it costs. That's why they say it's important for kids to be in school. Not because they care about kids getting their education. They don't give a shit about that. That's why they have no problem throwing your child out of school. Because for every child we throw out, there's going to be another one that's going to replace that one in the seat.
It's a corporation.
Child support. It ain't nothing but a corporation. That's why they tried to silence Judge Joe Brown, because he put it out there. He put it out there. But they got some of y'all so scary, y'all don't even take the time to say, wait a minute, hold on. All right, I understand if I don't do this, this was going to happen to me. But I have some concerns. There's some things I need to ask. There's nothing wrong with you fighting for what you believe in. Y'all ain't the only ones that been through it. You talking to somebody who's been through it. Ain't no person on here that been through more than what I've been through sitting right here. I don't give a shit about y'all stories. Trust me. Why do y'all think I'm in my fatherhood program? You think I'm in there just to be in there? We in there to make sure what happened to us and me don't happen to the other fathers. We have to change ourselves before we can change the world. We're not going to keep letting these fools step on us, tell us what we got to do. Omar, let me tell you something, oh. I'm coming to find out, oh, they believe in the system more than they believe in God. And for that, oh, I don't want them over here at my show. I encourage them to unsubscribe. I'm serious. I'm not out here encouraging fathers, don't pay your child support. Go ahead and go to jail. That's not what I'm telling them. I'm just telling them fight for what they believe in. Why can't nobody understand that? Because obviously you never fought for what you believed in. If it's that so easy for you to do this and do that, then which tells me a lot about you. You ain't never fought for what you believe in. Therefore, if you believe in the system more than you believe in God, don't come over here. And wonder why drinking and drugging is at an all-time high. Yeah, they don't get that. Oh, they don't get that. Hey, Omar, I never went through that. I never went through no issue with my kids. What do I know? Huh? I'm just up here talking. What do I know? But you think you're gonna come over here and put the system in front of God? Because it's written down on paper what'll happen to you if you don't handle your responsibilities. We all know that. We all know that. We're trying to get them to handle their responsibilities to avoid that drama. But at the same time, you stick up for what you believe in. Now, if y'all can't understand that, unsubscribe. That's simple. I don't care who you are. I'm not playing with y'all. We're getting ready to approach 2025. I'm not playing with none of y'all asses. I don't care who you are. Who you are. You dare to fix your mouth and praise the system? Who the fuck y'all think y'all are? God is the reason why things happen. G-O-D, you dummies. That's reality. You got to believe in him and put your trust in him before anything. If you can't do that, unsubscribe to my channel right now. When I mean right now, I mean right now. You think I want to see these fathers go to jail for? No, I don't want to see them. But if they don't handle their business, that's where they're going. But at any time you don't feel right about something, men, women, children, you fight for that. I got a $100 ticket for walking through the door. You think I just surrendered? Fuck no. I'm not paying this. I had to go to the bathroom and I was trying to get to the bathroom in the train station. So yeah, I fought the ticket. They didn't want to change the decision, so I didn't pay it. Oh, I'll pay y'all when I feel like it. Because I'm trying to tell you that I didn't do it just to do it. I had to do a number 2. I needed to go. What was I going to do? Wait till I got back uptown in Harlem and I'm right here on 34th Street? I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to pay it just right then and there. I made them wait. I'm nobody's puppet. System tell y'all to jump. Y'all ask how high. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all get out of here with that shit, man. Y'all believe in that, don't come over here. I don't care who you are. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. The bullshit has to stop. It has to. I will not watch these fathers go down. I'm either going to help them get to where they need to be, or I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to them. I'm not going to sit there and make them feel worse than what they feel already. Y'all don't know what it feel like because y'all not sitting in that courtroom with them. You're not sitting there when they caseworker is telling them some bullshit. You're not sitting in there with them. I'm going to court with a father on Monday, not because I was forced to, because I choose to, because I know what it feels like when nobody's on your side. And all y'all coming up here doing is praising the system. Y'all can kiss my ass. Unsubscribe. No, I ain't hear nobody said you put your trust in God. I didn't hear nobody say that. I didn't hear nobody come up here and say you put your trust in God. I didn't hear nobody say that. I didn't hear nobody say, yeah, fight for what you believe in, and if it doesn't work, then move on to the next task. I didn't hear nobody say that. All I hear y'all doing is praising, giving the system praise. They gonna lock you up. They locked Martin Luther King and they people up when they wasn't supposed to walk across the bridge. They got him, didn't they? How many of our ancestors died for what they believed in? They sat in jail. Why y'all acting like all this is new? That shows me that y'all don't know as much as y'all think y'all know. So therefore, your services is no longer needed over here at the no duck zone. Bye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Bye. I have a job to do. I will fight for these fathers until I can't do it no damn more. Until God tells me that's it. That's all you can do. I will fight and continue to fight. I will do that because that's why he put me in this position. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing it because it makes me look good. I can't turn my back on them because friends to fathers didn't turn their back on me and God didn't turn his back on me, no matter how rough it got.
Yep.
I got a
Say
job
it.
to do.
Say it.
And he's still with me. And the only thing that y'all can do is praise the system. Like the system brought you into the world, y'all can kiss my natural black ass. Unsubscribe. I don't care who you are. Unsubscribe. How can we teach these young black boys and these Latino boys that's coming up and these Latino girls and these black sisters, how can we teach them to fight for what they believe in if we not doing it? How can we? We got godchildren. We got nieces and nephews. How? How? That's the problem today. We ain't got no leaders. We ain't got nothing but a bunch of followers. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of puppets. That's right, I said it. Y'all puppets.
It on the string. I'm your bitch. Instead, I'm your puppet. No. I changed that. I'm your puppet, but I'm your bitch. I'm on the string. I do whatever I can. The system. I'm your bitch. Yeah. Yes. I say it.
If you turned to the bottle and you started drinking, for whatever reason, you lost your parent at a young age, whatever it is, right? Whatever is the reason why you turned to the bottle, I'm here to tell you that even though I still drink, I don't do it as much as I used to. I have little sips, right? It's not going to make your problem go away. I don't care if you're on child support. I don't care what you are. What you have to realize is that the problem is still going to be there. And if you don't address the problem, it's going to address you. We don't need to be sitting, no more of my brothers need to be sitting in prison for something that they didn't do or they should have done. It makes no sense. We are trying to lower that. I'm out here trying to save fathers, and I'm giving them the right advice. I'm not telling them Hey, don't go pay that. But at the same time, check this out over here, because that don't sound right. That's all I'm trying to do. If y'all can't understand that, oh, I understand, Clarence, but when we trying to tell you it doesn't work like that, y'all don't get to say what it works like. All of a sudden, you work for the system. Yeah, you don't get to say what it's like. Who the hell are you? Puppets is what you are. That's what you are. Puppets. And y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I don't care who thinks that I'm crazy. I don't care who thinks that, yo, this dude is bugged. I don't care what you think. This show is called the No Duck Zone. That means I don't duck no conversation. I ain't ducking no smoke. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for all that. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth about boxing. I'm not going to debate that, but I will debate this. BC, that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to save people. That's all I'm trying to do, BC. I'm not telling people to not to go handle their responsibilities. You know, if you don't handle your responsibility, you going to jail. But what's wrong for standing up for what you believe in? What's wrong with that? Everybody's missing what I'm saying because they paying attention more to the part of me saying fuck jail. What's wrong with that? Our ancestors they got hung. Some went to jail, some got hung. For fighting for what we supposed to be fighting for today. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's all I'm doing. If people can't understand that, stay away from here. That's all. I don't give a fuck who you are. Stay away from here. My show gonna be popping whether you here or not. Because there's somebody at home that probably woke up this morning and their breakfast was the bottle. Oh, y'all didn't hear that. I'm going to say that again because that probably went over some of y'all heads. Somebody woke up today and turned to the bottle and they made the bottle their breakfast. And I'm not talking about a baby bottle. Whiskey, E&J,
40.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. They turn into drugs. They need a place that they could come and hear this to let them know. Hope is still for you, but you got to put your trust in God. You don't put your trust in the system. You put your trust in God, Allah, Buddha, whoever you pray to. We have a right to believe in whatever God we believe in. You put your trust in him. You don't put your trust in the system. You don't put your trust in the system because the system does not give a shit about you. If you can't understand that, ladies and gentlemen, you got a problem. I don't know what type of household you was raised up in, but you got a problem. You can't teach your grandkids or your kids nothing if you're not following it. You're not teaching your kids nothing but to surrender. And that's pathetic. And if that's what you're doing, don't come over here. I promise you. If I feel like that's the type of timer that y'all on, I'll take y'all out of here. No questions asked. We not playing no games in 2025. This is what you're going to get from me the whole 2025. I'm going to still be the Clarence that laugh and joke, of course. I'm not saying I'm going to be serious the whole year. But when we have these type of conversations, this is the type of shit I'm bringing to the table. If it's not for you, don't come over here. It is what it is. I don't care what you think. It's that simple. Go ahead, Underrated. What you got on it?
What I got on it, I say this. I back up my brother McLean. If y'all got a problem with it, I'm coming up there and put my righteous foot up your ass. How about that? That's how we do it in 2025. And I could still swing my leg because I could do that with no cane or nothing. My righteous foot up on your ass. Long as you don't get no shit on it, it's all right. Fuck it.
Oh, God. Coco Tina, what's wrong with him?
He hungry. I gotta get him some food.
Well, please, feed him.
I gotta say that, Brother McClain, because you know me. You know me. I'm gonna start clowning these fools 2025. But all jokes aside,
I'm already clowning people. My New Year's resolution is to clown people. That's what all my shit is. That's gonna be my whole shit for the New Year's, to clown you.
You know what, Brother McClain? We talk, brother. We know each other for a long time. Fuck the middle shit. Fuck the middle shit. Are you on the? Are you want to be on the right side or the wrong side? Your choice. There's consequence. There's no more middle shit. There's no more middle. I don't want to hear no middle shit. Because see, I tell it like this. I got a new saying now. It just came up. It just came up. If you're on the middle, right? I'm letting motherfuckers know. It just came to my mind. If you're on the middle, that means you like to lick shit between your asses. You okay? So cut the shit out.
As much as
middle, y'all like to lick the brown off your ass. We don't come no middle. Cut it out.
It just you know, as much as I'm laughing right now, it's just sad the world we live in. It's sad and it's pathetic.
It is. It's like everybody. I ain't gonna say everybody, because there are some people that is fighting that they don't know nothing about. It's just sad that you got grown ass people. They got you know what's right, and they still don't want to do it, and you wonder why things going against me? Why this person get more than me? Well, maybe that person put God first, and maybe that person tired to go through the nonsense. They want better. Do you get it?
They don't get it.
Get it. Like my brother McClain, right? He got his merch and everything. So for me, I salute that brother. I salute his significant one, Tiffany. Where they have to come from. So this should be an inspiration for me to go out and do the same. It's not copy from, but do the same. Reap the fruits too. But again, brother, go over your head. I'm gonna use it. Go over your heads. Inspiration, right? But no. Y'all like to get on your knees for the system.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. I had to stand and stretch for a second, man. I haven't even been sitting that long, but I need to get back in the gym and work out. That's my problem. My body. Yeah, man. Like I said, man. I said what I said, and that's it.
That's it. Y'all want to crawl. Y'all want to crawl to the oppressor. Y'all want to keep on crawling to the oppressor. The fuck
if you believe in, for anybody who didn't hear, if you believe in the system more than you believe in God, I'm gonna say it one more time. You unsubscribe. That's simple, because we won't have that over here. And nobody can say God ain't got nothing to do with it. God got something to do with everything. You got something to do with you waking up. You got something with you being able to wiggle your toes, talk, all that. God has something to do with everything. Even sometimes when things are negative, because he got to show you, you're not in control of everything. So if anybody thinks God doesn't have anything to do with what goes on, and you put the system in front of him, oh, baby, you can get up out of here right now. I mean that. Get up out of here right now.
Get out of here with the
bullshit. That's a fact.
Get out of here with the bullshit. Motherfuckers want to talk it. And then the Coco Tina was dropping gems about Orange Crush fucking 45. Soon to be Orange Crush 47.
Yeah. I'm through, man. This world we live in.
I'm talking something else.
This world we live in is just a goofy ass world, man. And that's why I be on the type of time and I be on. I be like, I don't got time for it, bro. This world too damn goofy. It's a goofy ass world, man. And we the only ones on the planet that seem to can't get it together. Can't get it together for nothing.
Talking
But
about
you better
take
believe
away this. Talking about
long as
take
I'm
away
alive, long as I'm alive and as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna always fight for what I believe in. I don't give a shit what consequences come with it. I don't give a shit what consequences come with it. Underrated. Damn, I gotta get my day started. I got something I gotta do. Shit. Well, I ain't got nothing to do outside because it's nasty, but I need some things I gotta attend to in this house. And yeah, I better get to it now. I'll never get to it. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. I speak the real. I'm gonna bring you the real. If you want to hit the real, you come to No Duck Zone because you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. Everybody else, they sugarcoat shit. Me, I'm gonna bring you the real. I'm gonna bring you the real. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be your truth. Doesn't have to be my truth. Don't believe me. Don't listen to me. But if you don't believe in a higher power, if you don't believe in a higher power, you can't believe in a higher power and the other side. Yes, there's rules. You will follow whether you like it or not. But you always make sure you put your Lord and Savior first. If you're not doing that, don't bring your ass over here. It's that simple. I love y'all. I'm going to catch y'all. Underrated. I'm going to get ready to call you. BC, I'm going to call you too. Love y'all. Catch y'all later. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.
Go.